having a hairball? Un pedo. Oh, nothing.
We have crossed the Bronx River. We'll be transported to Asia as if by magic, which is 7,000 miles away, where we will see animals from China's India, Cambodia to Nepal, and more. For everyone's safety, it is very important that everyone remains seated at all times. Parents and caregivers, please keep your children away from the railing. Here at the Bronx Zoo, we are the headquarters of the Wildlife Conservation Society, also known as WCS, where everyone is working worldwide to protect animals and habitats. If you look directly to the far left by the tree there, that is a female Barasingha deer. If you look in the muddy area over here, that is a male Barasingha deer. They are also known as swamp deer. As you can see, they do like muddy terrain. They come from the marshlands of India. To the far right, these coffee cream colored looking deers are actually related to the red deer. They are considered a subspecies, and they hail from Central Asia as well as Afghanistan. Behind them, those are some more Barasingha deer as well as, let's see what we have here. Some more Bactrian deer. Again, the Bactrian deers hail from Central Asia as well as Afghanistan, and the Barasingha Here is a message from Michelle, their keeper.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm part of the Wild Asia Keeper team. We call this area Kanha Meadow, where we care for about 40 Barasingha deer, 15 axis deer, 10 black buck, and a pair of muntjac. We start our day by checking on all the animals, making sure they are healthy, behaving normally, and safe. Sometimes fawns and calves are born overnight. Newborns are given a neonatal exam, which includes weighing, vaccination, and tagging for identification purposes. While the animals are in the meadow, we prepare their nighttime holding areas so that they have a safe and clean place to spend the night.
The next animal we'll see is the Mongolian wild horse, also known as the Przybylski horse. The Bronx Zoo has had Przybylski horse since 1902, and our youngest horse here, his name is Hal, and he was born in May. If you look directly to the left, you will see our Przybylski horse.
Wait, yes. You're bringing it, but oh, the little one.
Again, our youngest horse, his name is Hal, and he was born in May. You will notice that they have a stockier build, short legs, and erect mane, which is missing a forelock like other horses do. Hal is by the watering hole drinking with his family, and here is a message about the Przybylski horse from Jonathan. Farmers in
Jonathan Slatt, and I'm a Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for the Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place on this earth. My job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive together. Their Przybylski's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s. On a recent trip to Kazakhstan, I thought about the ongoing and successful efforts in the country to bring these horses back to the Central Asian steppe. The world needs happy stories, to watch the impossible become possible, and to see hope restored. That's what's happening today with Przybylski's horse.
About the year, the Przybylski horse was on the verge of extinction. In fact, they were extinct in the wild. Thanks to North American and Asian board.
Females
Ando dentro
one
la
male
casa,
have been added
por
to this
favor.
family, there have been a number of offspring. This is important because gaur are considered to be a vulnerable species, so it's vital to maintain a healthy growing herd here at the zoo.
It is easy to forget that the Bronx Zoo sits in the heart of an urban environment. You may now be observing noise coming from the Bronx River Parkway. The fence that is directly in front of you was built by the Bronx Zoo to protect our animals from the city noise and traffic. Get your Zoom functions ready on your phone, and once again, it's important to remain seated at all times. Parents, please keep your children away from the railing. We are going to meet a solitary animal, which means they like to be alone in the wild. We are going to look out for a male Siberian tiger. I believe today we have Josie in this exhibit, and Siberian tigers are also known as Amur tigers. They have stripes which helps them camouflage in the wild. Even professional researchers have trouble finding them. But I have found him today. If you see the water, just look directly to the left of it. There is a bush, and our male Siberian tiger is currently taking a nap. We have two types of tiger in the Bronx Zoo. We have an Malayan tiger, and you are looking at Siberian tiger. This Siberian tiger is the larger species of the two tigers. Unfortunately, they are endangered in the wild. There are only about 400 to 600 Sumatran tigers in the wild. The Bronx Zoo is doing everything they can to protect the environment and these animals. We have many tigers, elephants, and rhinos that are part of the species survival plan. And that is a plan to make sure, or hopefully the goal is to make sure that they do not go extinct. A tiger is known to hunt a variety of different types of animals. They do enjoy wild pigs and medium-sized deer. You may notice antlers there that is placed there for enrichment purposes by the zookeepers so our tigers can keep their senses sharp. Every animal born in a zoo is an animal that helps keep the species alive. This is the back half of the gaur exhibit. If you do join us around 4 p.m., you will see their impressive size up close and personal. We are now at the back half of the deer mammal that we saw earlier, where they were back-trained deer. If you look to the far right, here's some more Barasingha deer, and if you look to the center, that tan antelope with the white belly is called a black buck antelope. She hails from areas such as northern India, Pakistan, and Nepal. Her male counterpart actually has horns, a darker coat, and a white belly. Some of you may notice our peacock. They are India's national bird. The peahen by this tree here, that is a female, and together they are called, as a species, peafowl. We are now approaching some bamboo shoots. Please look through it. You will see a pig, and this pig has green colored skin. It has no hair, and it blends in with its environment really well. It is called the babirusa. The babirusa males are known to have tusks that sprouts up from the top of its snout. Sometimes he's a little too close to the trees here, and sometimes he's in the far back. If you saw him, great. We do have 3 baby pigs in this area. I should say babirusas. Babirusa actually means pig bear in the Malayan language. They come from an island called Sulawesi, which is located in Indonesia. We are now looking for one of the world's largest land mammal. We are looking for an Asian elephant name. Let's see who's up today. It looks like it's Hattie. Hattie is one of our female Asian elephants. Happy is our second female Asian elephant. Asian elephants can be as much as 10,000 pounds in weight. They can eat over 200 pounds of hay, and they can drink over 60 gallons of water. Unfortunately, Asian and African elephants are endangered. This is Patty, and you will see that she has 40,000 muscles in her trunk, or you can imagine it anyway. With 40,000 muscles, she can tear off a tree branch with impressive force, and you are seeing her use her finger-like adaptation at the tip of her trunk to pick up things as small as a blade of grass, which she seems to be enjoying today. They get a lot of personal care and attention here from their zookeepers with regular baths and pedicures. Here is a a large land mammal we are approaching right now. We are going to see the greater one-horned rhinoceros. This looks like it's Penny here today. When we enter this area, follow the dirt road to the right, and there is a mud wallow. The mud wallow has a 3,500-pound female rhinoceros protecting her skin. She is protecting her skin from the sun and insects. It is a misconception to believe that they have armor-plated skin. They do have many folds which make them look like they have tough skin, but they are very sensitive to the sun and insects. We protect 5 greater one-horned rhinos at the Bronx Zoo, and we rotate them on a regular basis. Yesterday we had Priya and Patrick out, and Priya is the mom, and Patrick is the son. Patrick is the youngest at 2 years old. The Bronx Zoo has had the success of the birth of 14 baby rhinos. A female rhino can be pregnant for a year and a half, although in the wild a baby rhino will stay with his mom for 2 to 3 years. And it only takes 12 to 16 months for weaning. Since 1977, rhinoceros in this area have been shaping mud wallows to their liking. And they are also part of the species survival plan where all zoos work together to hopefully fulfill the goal of keeping these animals alive and well the whole time. We are trying to make sure these creatures do not go extinct. Here is a message about rhinos.
WCN. The rhinos you see here are Indian rhinos. We work with habitats all over the world that are homes to rhinos. Here is a note from our field office in Sumatra, and Wulan, who works with the Sumatran rhino. Sumatran rhinos are the smallest of the world's rhinos, and they are considered critically endangered.
My name is Wulan Pusparini, and I'm the Species Conservation Specialist for WCS Indonesia program. We carried out an island-wide survey of the last wild population of Sumatran rhinoceros in Indonesia. With so many unknowns on how to manage Sumatran rhinos in the wild or captivity, our studies showed definitively that we must protect them at source. The cost of doing nothing could be the extinction of the species, and I can't imagine that.
There are only about 3,700 wild greater horned rhinos, greater one-horned rhinos left in the wild, found in Nepal and India. So every bird from every rhino is extremely important. This is another meadow filled with deer and one antelope. They are roaming around. Sometimes it's hard to predict where they would be. If you do see a deer before I do, just let us your fellow guests know. If you look diagonally to the left here, that is a small deer. It is called a cod deer. They hail from areas such as northern India, Pakistan, and one other territory which I can't remember right now. Cod deers are known to run and creep over things instead of leaping over things, and they are known to make a whistling sound and a barking sound when alarmed. Again, this meadow is very large and it looks like they are all in the shady areas. Follow the back fences and you might see some more deer. It looks like our sandbar deer is in this brown shadowy area in the far back of the right of this meadow. Sandbar deer are known to hail from southern Asia. They are a dark brown color. They stand up to 5 feet tall at shoulder and they weigh over 650 pounds. This wonderful creature here is a female nilgai antelope. She has black and white stripes above her hooves, which helps identify her. Female nilgai antelopes can stand on their hind legs to graze as far as possible. Their male counterpart actually has a bluish coat. Look carefully in this new meadow. This meadow is home to the tufted deer, which comes from China, but it is only 40 pounds, though in its adult size it can camouflage really well. It has a grayish-brown coat. Sometimes they're by the rocks and trees or by the fallen leaves around the perimeter. They usually have the longer spiraling horns and a longer mane-like beard. The difference is the females always have the shorter one. We also have in this area the rocky terrain, Himalayan tars, which have horns that curve backwards. They
Okay.
also have kids. A young goat is called a kid. They are able to stand on this rocky terrain because they have a rubbery core at the base of their hooves that grips. If you wanted to study these animals in the wild, you would need to be an expert mountain climber. And, of course, you would need to have some boots with some soles to help you grip those rocks. If you watch a TV show, The Zoo on Animal Planet, you will see an episode of